been a long time since my last video, 6 months or so. It all got a bit on top, to be honest. I've had four, maybe 5 videos in the pipeline, and I was trying to edit them all at different times and make additions to it, which because I thought some of the bits I'd done weren't good enough, so I did a bit more videoing and more editing, and in the end I had 4 to 5 videos, all partly edited, and it all just got on top, and in the end they became, if you like, obsolete. They were all out of date. So what I've done is I just decided the other day, I've had enough of this getting on my nerves. So I deleted a lot of them, and I'm just producing this video as a catch-up video, still covering the subjects of the videos, but without the extended version, if you like, an abbreviated version, just to catch up with the layout and then move on from there. This corner lift out. I did 2 videos on this, and I wasn't happy with the height of this wall. So the height of this wall, because it all looked too castle-like and everything like that. So what I've done, I've chopped the wall down by an inch and a bit, and halved the thickness of all these capstones. I've greened up the top a little bit, put a couple of Lady Put Lane cottages in, like I like to use for fun. And I've just temporarily, as you can see, that gate's fell over there, I've temporarily put a couple of walls in just to make it look like some fields, and I might put some animals in over there or whatever. I've put a cobbled road in. I've put an edging wall in to make it look like a pathway going up to the house. Little folly here. Funny enough, I've just been away on a motorcycling holiday for a fortnight, and I actually, by coincidence, I drove past this actual building in Ambleside, but I was in a massive queue of traffic and there was nowhere to stop, so it went by the way. But it was the actual building, so I checked on the box of this, and it is the cottage from Ambleside. How cute, and what a coincidence. That's the corner lift out, and it's still ongoing, but that's where we are with that. I've done some ballasting, part of my ballasting here on this setup, and I've wired all this in so I can do some shunting in there. I've got a separate controller going in on DC, and all I need to do is I've got to join those 2 tracks together there to link in, but that's yet to be done. So part of the ballasting is done, a bit more, and obviously more to do with that. Now, moving on round, what I did is I cleared up and I put a bit of an extension in here, the track going round here, which comes in to this area here. And what I've been doing, just playing around, and what I've set up there is a bit of a diorama of a loading area coming into the layout. And the idea being is that this low loader is coming in to collect a steam train that's been repaired, or it could be the other way around, couldn't it? It's just dropped off a steam train that's due for repair in this site. Bit of a loading bay there, and I've started greening that up. And what I've done, I've greened all the edges up, because what I did, I've made this raised area to put it flush with the top of the track, and put like cobbles down the middle there, so it's flush with the top of the track, so to allow vehicles like that one to drive over. And I think I've got to do a bit of weathering on the actual surface of that, or a bit of wear and tear. Not too sure I'm going to do that, because I've never done that before on a plain surface like that, but we'll see how it goes. I wish I had a more realistic crane for this, but that'll do for now. It's just a bit of fun. And I'm filming this, and I'm using this. Now, I watched Alan from Dragon Junction some weeks ago now, and he'd bought one of these. It wasn't the same make, and it's a wireless Bluetooth setup to plug into your phone and chat away, and it's brilliant. And it was cheap as chips. I can't remember the price, but I think it was something like 20 odd quid, and that's just great. I hope you forgive me for not putting some videos out, but it was just one of those things. It all got a bit messy. Life got in the way as well, good and bad. So that all had to be sorted out. I've got a couple of video clips of when I was away in Scotland, the Western Isles. I managed to call in at Glenfinnan Station and Glenfinnan Viaduct. And while I was there, by pure coincidence, me and my partner on our bikes, we pulled in, and it was the Jacobite Train, I think. Normally they have the Harry Potter thing going over the viaduct. That turned up. It's getting pushed as well. That turned up. I'm within the same hour. A Apache, I think it was an Apache helicopter, flew right over the viaduct as well. So that was great. So then we went along to Glenfinnan Station, where there's a little cafe, had something there, and the Jacobite train, steam train, had pulled in there and was still there, so I filmed it. So I'll put a short clip in. And I'll maybe put a couple of stills in of the bike when we were on holiday in Scotland. Fantastic, by the way, fantastic. 14 days of the sun cracking the flags, so it was great. The rest of the layout is as normal, but what I have done, a couple of additions to the layout. These couple of lovely railcar setups, HO gauge, and they're lovely. I got them at a very reasonable price, and they run lovely. And I've got a new TE HO scale train that I bought off a really nice gentleman who gave it me at an excellent price. It's 20 odd years old, but in mint condition. And what I'll do is I'll get that out and I'll put it on the track and run it for you. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And because I have got a weakness for HO stuff, and I just run it on this layout because I like it, and then I can run whatever I like on this layout because it's my layout. So that's the layout as it is. I've tidied it up. It's looking a bit plain and boring there at the moment, but it's been a work in progress. Going back to this corner lift out, these are because I chopped all this down, these now look uneven, and I like that. It just makes it look not so pristine. And I've used an old wall that I'd carved for another area on the layout and didn't use it, so I managed to put that at the back to break that up. The back seam that I'd put in was a mess, and what I did, I found some scraps and I put them in behind that wall, but the top edge of that the scraps were all uneven and damaged, so I just put a bit of tape across the top just to hide it. And there's a join behind that tree, which is hidden there. I've got this, I did the corner in there, I put a piece of the back seam in there just because it was just wall and piece of wood. I haven't folded it properly around the piece of wood there to try and create no creases, but there is a mismatch there, which is not a problem, because what I'm going to do is put something like that over that join, another mast or something like that, because that's hiding a join and so is that one over there. So, and that works, so that's a little thing to do yet. So I'll put the TE out and we'll have a little film of that. Okay. Okay, so this is the TE and it's fantastic. It looks beautiful, runs well. This is 23 years old plus, by the way. When I bought it, the loco was making a noise. This is a Roco model, and I stripped it down, stripped the main unit down, and give it a good old service. And I'm sad that I didn't put that film in. I deleted that one as well with everything else in a fit of peak. So I've missed that. It would have showed you how to strip one of them down if you didn't know. Anyway, I bought that as a 4-car unit, and at the same time, as soon as I bought it, I managed to pick up the 3-car extension pack, which includes a restaurant car and things like that. But it's beautiful. So we'll get this running, and what we'll do is we'll have a very quick running session, just looking at some of these, putting them through their paces as well. So let's set that off on its way. So I'm going to take you out of the cradle and film by hand. So forgive me if my filming isn't brilliant. It's just lovely. So let's get this out. And this is another Roco model. Lovely bit of kit. These Roco, okay, I need to move this onto the inner loop, and I'll get the other one out. That's now on the inner loop of the layout, and I'll bring that other one out. Let's move some of these points over. Again, another Roco model, and these, they're just so nice. Back again. So I hope you enjoyed that quick catch up, and now we can move on and start making fresh videos. And what I've learned is I'm going to not start another video until I've done the first one, if you know what I mean. I just get bogged down in too many videos, and I'm not that good at it all, so it just ends up being rubbish. So speak to you soon, and take care. Okay, bye.